A couple of days ago, I was at work and a colleague of mine bought in his 2017 Honda XR150L. And it just so happens that I brought with me my helmet and GoPro that day, and it was break time. So might as well make a video and see for myself what this bike is all about. So what is the Honda XR150L? So in this video, we'll be talking about that, and later on, I will be telling you my thoughts and opinions about this bike and also my recommendations if you are interested. Okay, so this bike has been around since 2015, at least where I'm from. It is classified as a light-duty dual sport commuter. It is powered by a carburetor-fed 150cc air-cooled single-cylinder 4-stroke engine with a 5-speed manual transmission, producing around 12 horsepower and 12 Nm of torque. You get a semi-double cradle steel frame, 31mm front forks with 8 inches of travel, monoshock rear with 5 inches of travel, front disc brake, and a drum rear. Wheels are 19 up front and 17 at the back, rolling on dual sport tires. Fuel capacity is at 12 liters including reserve. Wet weight is 130 kilograms and a seat height of 32 inches. So what do I think about this bike? Let's start with styling. As a guy who has owned older XRs and XLs, the styling of this XR150L does not speak to me. Yes, it's trying to appeal to the newer riders with this modern enduro look, but for some reason it fails really hard. It looks like a Chinese-built enduro that you can order by bulk in Alibaba or something. The side panels, headlight, and tank shrouds look like they belong to a 125cc commuter bike that's also trying hard to look bigger. Getting on the bike is a different story though, and this is the part that I am confused about. Fit and finish is typical Honda. Everything feels sturdy and has this air of reliability to it, despite everything is clearly made of lower quality to keep the cost down. The seat is low and wide, which is very welcoming from a stock dual sport, and I am very sure that shorter riders will find this pleasing also. Footpeg placement and reach to the bars do not feel cramped even for a guy my size. I'm 6'1" by the way, and I feel comfortable on this one. In fact, I feel like I'm riding a mid-size street bike rather than an enduro. Riding this bike around on the streets gives you that typical commuter feel. The power delivery is very smooth, super predictable, and boring. I mean, it only has 12 horsepower. Acceleration is more of a suggestion, but if you want to zip through traffic or go faster, then you have to be really aggressive with the throttle and the gearbox. I tried to do a second gear clutch wheelie, and I'm very pleased to find out that it has the low end torque needed to lift the front wheel with my 220-pound ass on it. The single disc brake front paired with the drum rear brake is actually more than enough to put this 130-kilogram bike to a stop regardless of speed. On the streets, the bike handles really well, and it actually feels a lot lighter than expected. You can flick the bike around just like any other dirt bike. The suspension absorbs all of those road imperfections nicely. Like for example, this giant pothole almost feels like a speed bump. On unpaved roads like this one is actually where I found this bike really entertaining. Yes, the suspension is not impressive on paper and certainly does not look like much, but it does the job really well on this section. Will it handle high speeds off-road? Nope. But on slower, more realistic dirt road scenarios, it will do the job fine. Now, upon further research, I found out that the XR150L shares the exact same engine and frame as with the more off-road capable and fuel-injected CRF150L, which, by the way, I talked about in a previous video. So this means maintenance should be the same and the reliability is not going to be a concern for would-be buyers. As for pricing, a brand new XR150L is around 90,000 pesos here in the Philippines. And as for second-hand units, you can find a decent unit for as low as 40,000 pesos. Now, I totally understand that some of you viewers are from North America and this is an upcoming bike for you guys, so consider this as a before you buy guide. So anyway, what are my recommendations? If you're looking for a reliable, low displacement enduro that is comfortable and capable of serious work on pavement or dirt roads, this is a bike worth considering. A brand new unit is a good choice, but in my opinion, a second-hand slightly used example is a much better option, considering that this bike has been around for quite some time and a lot of owners are thinking of upgrading to something bigger like a 250 or 300. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you liked it and consider subscribing to my channel. And if you happen to have an XR150L, feel free to post your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below for other people to read about. As always, see you next time. Bye.